Stop stressing just for a moment. Suspend your stress about your manifestation just for the length of this video. When the video is done, you can go back to stressing about it if you choose to. But for now, take a deep breath. Breathe slowly while I'll tell you something about manifestation. The only reason you are stressed about your manifestation is because your focus is on your 3D experience. And you forget that that's not where manifestation works from or based on. When we start manifesting consciously, while the idea is infinitely beautiful that we can imagine anything we desire and then we experience it, one thing that we forget is to stop being our old selves. You can't mix the new with the old. You have to become a different version of yourself. This version of yourself is a conscious manifester. But you forget that. So you go back to the old ways of achieving things, which was not through your imagination alone. It was through work, physical action, hard work maybe, and most of the time that doesn't work. So you need to remember that manifestation happens from the mind only, and it has nothing to do with your physical circumstances. Your physical circumstances are a manifestation of your reality. Even that reality where you work hard and take action and achieve things like that, that is also a manifestation in reality, because that is you imagining that to be the only way to achieve something. Your manifestation in reality, now that you are a conscious manifester, your manifestation is not based on your 3D circumstances. Your 3D circumstances are and will be opposite of your desired outcome. That's normal. Because if it weren't, you wouldn't be manifesting it and we wouldn't be here talking about it. So here are some things that I want you to accept about manifestation, and once you accept these things, life just becomes easier and your manifestation process becomes more pleasant. First of all, it's normal that your desired outcome and your current 3D reality are opposing, because it's because of your current 3D reality that you got the desire to manifest something different. Otherwise, if you already had it, you wouldn't have the desire, you wouldn't be manifesting it. Back to what I just said, we wouldn't be here talking about it. That's one thing. Another and very, very important thing that people tend to forget when they start consciously manifesting is that manifestation happens entirely on a spiritual level. I know that there are people out there saying, oh, you need to take action and blah, blah. That's not your job to figure out. So forget about anything that has to do with the physical. Anything that you are manifesting is a spiritual experience, and it doesn't matter what you are manifesting. You could be manifesting spiritual enlightenment or anything of that kind, or you could be manifesting cash flow. It doesn't matter. Manifestation is spiritual. What is spiritual not? It's not physical. The physical is the aftermath of that. So the reason you are stressed is because you can't see how it will unfold in the 3D. Another thing I want you to accept about manifestation is that it's okay that you can't see how it will manifest or unfold. Most of the time you won't know. And you need to accept that. The sooner you accept this, the easier it becomes for you. Because if your focus is on how it will happen in the 3D, your 3D is very limited. It's not going to show you your desired outcome because you're somewhere else in a different reality right now. You're shifting in your mind. So if your focus is on let's bring the example of money again. If you are experiencing very little money and you are manifesting wealth, your current experience is all about very little money. The 3D reality of very little money is not going to show you where a huge amount of wealth is going to come from. This is why you can't focus on the 3D and take that as base of your manifestation. It's when you do that you become stressed, that it looks like it can't manifest, and it just doesn't feel good. So once you accept that manifestation has nothing to do with your physical experience up until now, it has nothing to do with your current 3D reality. It's not based on that. Your 3D reality doesn't tell you any useful information about you can or cannot manifest. All your 3D is showing you is what you have manifested up until now. But that doesn't decide what you can manifest from now on. Another thing that I think is super important to accept about manifestation is that it's okay that you can't see how it will unfold. And you don't have to know that. You won't know that. Just go straight to, I don't know and it's okay. Just because you don't know and you can see in front of you how it will ever manifest the money, or how or why the person all of a sudden will come and choose you, even though all those things happened, whatever happened between you, or how you will manifest your health when the doctors say otherwise. All that, it's okay that you don't know. Just because you don't know doesn't mean it can't manifest. It's not an indication for what it can or cannot manifest. The only indication is where is your focus at. And if you are stressed, your focus is on lack. And your focus can be on lack, the lack of your desire in different ways. It can be on past experiences. These things happened in the past, so it can't happen. So something else can't happen in the future or now in the now. I've never had enough money, so I will never have wealth. That's just not how manifestation works. Or my specific person rejected me, so therefore we can't be together, and that stresses me out. All those things don't decide whether or not you manifest it. The only thing that decides whether or not you manifest it is which story do you persist in. I don't have it or I have it. Focusing on the 3D is another way of focusing on lack. Focusing on time is another way of focusing on lack. Because if manifestation happens from the now and we are focusing on already having it, if you already have it, you don't focus on where is it. If you are focusing on I have it, or if you already have it, you don't focus on why is it taking such a long time, because it already happened. So every time you feel stressed, just remember that it's only because your focus is on the opposite of what you want. Be it on the 3D circumstances, which most of the time it is. We are way too used to looking at the 3D and taking that as facts. Where in reality, that is just showing you what you have been thinking and imagining up until this point. The 3D, everything in the 3D, not just that particular manifestation, everything is a manifestation of your beliefs and assumptions and the stories and the imaginal acts, etc., everything that is going on in your mind. The only way to change it and to have a lasting change is Change the stories about those things. The money, your specific person, how you're being treated just in general, your health, wealth, anything that you are that house. Your imagination needs to be there first, and then the 3D will catch up. So whenever you're stressed, have this kind of self-talk with you, or come back to this video. Just because your 3D is the complete opposite of what you desire, it doesn't mean you can't manifest it. You can. The 3D doesn't decide what you can or cannot manifest. Just because you can't see how it will unfold in the 3D or for which reason it will ever happen, just because you can't see it, it doesn't mean you can't manifest it. The only thing that you need to know to manifest your desired outcome is you need to know what you want. Just so you know what to focus on. And your only job is to focus on that. What a relief. You don't have to know how, you don't have to know when, you don't have to know who will be involved, you don't have to figure out anything, you don't even have to figure out what action you need to take. That's also not on you. What a relief. Without knowing all those things, all you need to know is where to focus on, and that's your desire. If you focus on that and you persist in that instead of persisting on the opposite or both, doing it back and forth all the time, it will manifest. And you don't need to know how. The sooner you accept this, the easier your manifestation experience becomes. Accept that you don't know, and it's okay. You don't need to know. What do you need to know it for? It will manifest, it will unfold. Your mind will figure it out. I hope that this was helpful for you to feel a little bit less stressed and tense and anxious about your manifestation. It will manifest, even though you can't see how at all. Even though there's no indication in the 3D at all. The 3D is not indicating anything other than what you have been thinking about in the past. So it tells you nothing about the future. Remember this, your current 3D experience tells you nothing about your future. So I really hope this was helpful. Please send this video to anyone that you know who is stressed about their manifestation. Subscribe to my channel if you're not. I would love to have you here. And check the links in the description box below. I have resources, courses, and one-on-one coaching. If you need a more personalized help with your manifestations, I would love to help you with anything that you are manifesting. If you want to join my group coaching though, please send me an email because you will not find that on my booking page. Suspend your stress, come back to this video every time you feel anxious, and just remember that it's okay that you don't know everything. The only thing that you need to know is, what do you want? Have a beautiful day and see you in the next video.